Just pretend you didn't see some of that. Not because I accidentally panicked and clicked through, because I realized this scene didn't have audio input set up. Good. So hello, Mort. Good to see you. Yes, I have a shiny thing that I bought for a reasonable amount of money. Ta-da! I have a shiny live 2D model. Oh, my reading's a bit iffy. This is the kind of thing that. Thank you. What is up with my mic? I don't have. Let me check the stream to see what's. Yeah, so this is. No, yeah, I just put the audio on the stream. There was a weird. Might be something I've got running in the background that'll make. Hang on, let me. Are you hearing like little bleep noises? Okay, that should fix any random noises and will make sense in a minute. But yes, so this is a you can buy like pre-made. Hello, Amelia. No. If you, I've just realized this window. I also am dumb. I don't have. Yeah. So there. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, you can buy like pre-made VTuber models, and some of them are expensive because they're like they're only they're only for they're only for like a one-time purchase, so you get the exclusive rights, and those are really expensive. But ones like these ones, which is I forget the artist's name. I'm very bad with the name, sorry, but it's all linked in my Twitch page and on my Twitter. Is an artist. Oh god, why is the eyes? Sorry, I'm complaining because the having a knew something would go wrong the moment I actually started stream because it was working fine before, and now VTube Studio is being a bit weird. I'm just going to set things to default and hope. So yeah, bear with me. I'll say fiddle with some settings a bit. Okay, so I've just set it back to the start. Really need to get a better angle on this camera, but I haven't got. No, the HoloCure update hasn't been done yet, but yeah, just talking a bit about this is yeah, you can get these like for anyone interested in VTubing but like me does not have a lot of money and a lot of or any artistic skill, and you really want a live 2D model, you can buy like this. Cost me about £30 after currency conversion. And yeah, I bought it off. You do have to be able to navigate Japanese websites a bit, but they're usually pretty safe, and you have to make sure you're buying ones that give you that are okay with you using them for streaming and possibly monetization if you want to use it for that. Oh, but yeah, you can get some really quite good quite good models. It even comes with a bunch of fancy effects. I'm eating something. You have shiny eyes, heart beautifuls, little blush. The ears are rigged to my eyebrows, so you can see what yeah. And it only really, I need to fiddle with the settings, so it only really works if I'm looking directly at the camera, but sometimes it does. Yeah, I need to refiddle with the settings. Your little cheeky tongue, those terrors, and those things. When you're scared or depressed. And then when you're just when it's just one of those days. I like combining it with this. This will be very good if I ever play any kind of scary game, but I probably won't because I am an absolute coward. And I really don't like scary games. I'm very bad at them. I'm bad at scary games, bad at scary movies. It's all not good. And there's a couple of other toggles, but they're mainly the stuff I haven't recolored in VTube Studio. That's another thing. If you want to change the colors of a model like I have, you do need to make sure that the page says it's okay with that, because some artists do not like that. But yeah, this is a fairly... Well, it came with a bunch of overlays that I'm not using because it's not really... They're very pastel-y, but it did come with this nice room. And yeah, so now that I've done my there's just one setting I want to quickly change just to make things look a bit better. If so things might there. Now this will mean just because how I've got my camera set up reversing, that makes things look a lot smoother. But I'll keep it like that for now. I'll fiddle with mouse settings and stuff in another stream. I'm still early days, still learning. But yes, HoloLive, it's still very much the almost put my face problem with having this now is I have to be aware of blocking the face and the camera. See if I can just move that a bit to get a better angle. Yeah. But yes, it's a lovely model. The artist has made a few other like bespoke VTubers, so they kind of like just put their practice in and made this generic model. So don't know if they'll ever meet them. I don't want to be too presumptuous and call them siblings or whatever, because they have proper models and I just bought this online. I'm just some random person. But if they do want to say hi, I won't stop them, but I won't like deliberately go and pester them. I think with that out of the way, let's say it's time to move on to the main bulk of the stream. It was probably... So let's turn... I just closed the... So this is HoloCure. People, I'm sure a lot of people aware of VTubers and stuff know HoloLive, but for those who don't, just in case, it's HoloLive is a big VTuber agency that was one of the early ones that kind of blew up when the pandemic started and everyone was watching VTubers, and then they all... So it's not a not a stretch to say they're one of the biggest inspirations for a lot of VTubers, especially Western VTubers. Like me! Okay, well, it's like, lurking is fine more, as long as you're having fun in stream, but yeah, so this is a, just a nice little fan game that an absolutely insane person by the name of KU just decided to make for free, and be like, yeah, I'll make a Vampire Survivors clone with a small group of other people, just for... Yeah, like, if you're generally aware of VTubers, even if you don't watch HoloLive, you've probably heard seen other VTubers talk about them, or just seen them around. They're kind of very, very popular and explosive, and Tianad, yeah, that was the yeah, the Corona box one. It's obviously a lot simpler than this. It was also quite nice. Yeah, that's the one, that's the one. That was cute. But I was... Because the Super Crate box was like a predecessor to Nuclear Throne, wasn't it? Oh, tea is still a bit hot. Ah yes, it's been... Had some rain this morning. No lightning down here for me today. But, yeah, there was a lot of rain this morning, which means it's been not too horrible this day today. It's been nice and cool. Yeah, I really need to adjust these ears, but I'm just going to focus on the game for now. And hopefully I can keep focused, because now I'm trying to keep my focus between the live 2D model, the game, and the camera on my desk. So hopefully this won't get all overwhelming. In case I do start panicking, I've still got the PNG model as a backup. The only downside to this model, as you may have noticed, is, if from watching my previous stream, is I've lost my glasses. I tried to make glasses work, but I'm pretty sure the only way to have glasses like that actually don't wobble around like props in VTube Studio do is to like actually bake them into the model, and I can't do that. Even if I could, this model does not have editing rights. That's the one thing I did notice, is it says I'm not allowed to like use anything outside recoloring in VTube Studio and the built-in functions. Which is understandable. A lot of artists don't like you just modifying your work to that degree. Hello, hello. So, see everyone. Enough faffing about. Let's start it. So, yeah. So we're still on the first initial roster. So it's just all the EN members. Rest in peace, Sana. Oh yeah, that'll be a good start. Let's make everyone cry by starting with Sana. And let's just do a quick stage mode, because I'm a bit rusty. So yeah. For those of you unaware, this game is very much heavily inspired by Vampire Survivors, and if you don't know what Vampire Survivors is, it's a game like this, where you just kind of move about, and you have skills that attack automatically, and you collect experience points to level up, and whenever you level up you get a selection of weapons, skills, and items that will do various things. And the objective is to survive, much like the original game's Vampire Survivors name means. So, usually, in this game it's best to start with upgrading your core weapon. It's usually a lot stronger than most other weapons you can get. And so yeah, but obviously being a Hololive fan game, all the characters are Hololive talents, all the enemies are like, because the premise is that all the fans have gone delusional and they're just trying to, I guess, overlove their Oshus or something. I don't know. Yeah, beating them away with violence more than anything. It starts out with the deadbeats and the shrimps, and KFB is here. Is there any let's get some conversation started. Who's what's chat's Oshis? What's their favourite Hololives? Any particular passionate fans in my chat today? Yes, Korone. Korone is... People are going to also learn from my speaking that I absolutely butcher any Japanese name that I'm made to pronounce. But that's just being a British idiot these days, isn't it? But yeah, Korone is the best dog. It's just so... incredibly... If you ever wanted to say which Hololive do you think is just overall one of the most powerful, it's definitely Korone's up there. Not just like stream-wise, but also physically, if you're aware, because she's like actually crazy into fitness, which is one of the reasons why she does can do those insane things. Yeah, she's a very enthusiastic boxer. But yeah, she does those crazy long endurance streams. Oh, is that still privated? Wonder... That sucks, because I only caught like bits and bobs of that stream, but it was really funny. The fact that she's able to stream for that long and stay entertaining for that kind of length of stream. This is a sad item. You know why it's sad? You know. I guess this is a sad run, because I'm playing sad. See if... Even the Duke has her limits. But yeah, she's able to just keep going and stay entertaining, and she's been so incredibly... So incredibly good. She's definitely one of the top most powerful in terms of just raw ability in everything she does. Also, Doggy God Street is just an absolute banger. Oh yeah, let's just go full... It's so good. I'm being swarmed by... You can tell I've played a lot of it because I've played a lot of this game, partially because I have everyone, and also because I'm just not fazed by all the jump scare things. Speaking of, you've seen the fucking... Have you seen the stuff KU posted about the next update of the harder difficulties? Because that is a bit of a step up. Bit of a step up from the current game in terms of shit that happens. Threatened if people get too good at the game and still manage to find AFK builds, it's going to put a Nisi into the game, which is a very niche joke for people who play Final Fantasy XIV and raided the first Savage Heaven's Ward tier. That is a word that strikes fear into the heart of many people who raided at the time. It wasn't me, but I've heard a lot of horror stories. I'll get the fan beam so I can combine it with the Asakoko. Okay, what? Boxers really love giving me the headphones. This is probably not a great... Fire Breath isn't really... Probably not great with Sana, but... Fuck it. Lux. I've never actually played the, Ooh, that's a nice magnet. Oh yeah. Let's get one more Asakoko. And then we have the now outdated aristocrats coming in. I was kind of hit that because she did that. Iris did that stream with Sana right before he announced graduation, so it's like, oh, okay. It's like a day or two before or something. I don't know. I don't know time anymore. But yeah, and... I'm really, I think like a lot of people were really excited to see Sana leave so early. Because it was clear she enjoyed being part of Holy Life, but I guess it just did not work out with all the problems and other stuff she had going on in her life. But yeah, she still managed to... I want this shrimp die, please. Do no damage, I'm all AoE. What's in the box? Every crate has been headphones, I swear. Yes, it really is wanting to be. Bad memories. Remember those who were lost. Those who were taken from us before their time. But still live on, in a way. I realize I'm probably getting a bit more deep in the beans than I was in the Shadowverse. I guess because it's harder for me to talk about the actual game here, because at this point I'm just so rote on it. I did so much grinding to make sure I could get all the characters and most of the upgrades. Yeah, what else is on chat's favourite? Heard from Sen. Anyone else want to I guess I can keep conversation following myself. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's what the man Shisho Stikongo taught me. So yeah, I technically got into VTubers. Nice. That is always the hard part, actually doing the art. Ooh, it's time. The Dragon Fire! Which is This will help with my boss killing ability. Wow. But hey, that's a 3% initial start. And you gotta start somewhere. Art is hard, and as I hear all my art friends talk about, art is hard and art is a long... And what did you draw? Did you draw a still life, or did you... That is incredibly, that's deep, man. That's deep art. Who's really in the zoo? But yeah, I don't think that counts as still life. I think there's a lot of, I don't know what the definition is. I'm not an art person. I just like, look at art and go, that's nice art. And then I follow them on Twitter and I see that... 13-year-old. That's the saying, you get older, you don't get stupider, but you get more worried. You get the anxiety. Let's see if I can... You get the anxiety and you're like, oh no. You get fucking... You get too scared, is I think, when... in terms of growing up rather than getting like, and you think, oh, kids are so creative, it's no, kids are less scared. When you get older, you're just as creative, but you're more afraid of society. And I'm not trying to be like deep and expected, this is just like my random idiot observations that I made, but because that's how I feel. That's what, like, I think I wanted to do fun stuff. But, society said, no, you're really smart, you should do science and go do physics and go to university. And then that was not great for many reasons, but I don't want to get too into personal... Ah shit, I need to focus a bit. It is the waves and waves of deadbeats. The deadbeats are lurking now, and they want to get the orcs. Don't let them get to the orcs. That's what I mean, as a kid as well. Ellie does have good music. Ah shit, there. Yeah, you get more aware and then you're like, oh, I can't make this, I'm an adult now. And then, what's happening these days, what's happened with me, is you get to 30 and you're like, I don't give a shit anymore. I just want to live. Everything's fucked, so might as well just not care, not like, obviously you have to care about important things that are important to you and stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't important that you care about, and then you're like, okay, you know what, I don't care, I will go on the internet and publicly be an anime rabbit boy for a small group of people who watch me. We can't relate to that. Never had a job in my life. Why? Because when you spend about 8 years of your life failing university, it's really hard to, especially when you do fancy subjects, it's very hard for people to consider you for jobs because you're too overqualified for a lot of stuff, and too underqualified for the actual stuff that you trained to do because you never actually got the degrees. Oh god. Didn't even perceive Boo-Boozilla there. This is just what Dragonfire does. Ooh, oh! Baby, a triple! Psycho Wax. That's perfect, actually. I can fuse that into Mikomet. And then I get to say the line. But yeah. Anyway, this, I was intending to ramble about idols, and now we're rambling about real life. But yeah, VTubers. How I got into VTubers. Like, I was online enough to see Kizna I when she first started. You can get to how Kurone is the best later. A lot of people know how Kurone is the best. But, yeah, in those early days, the early Wild West, it wasn't really actually that wild back days, because it was a lot of just big corporate companies that could get the studio setups and the rigging and the models and the stuff for those kind of big streams, videos rather, because it was more YouTubing than streaming it back at that point. The medium west, the not quite Wild West, yeah. But yeah, so I watched a lot of Kaguya Luna, because I was like, oh yeah, she's cooler. And she was, and sillier, and say swear words and drink beer. I mean, I said swear words as well, everyone knows the classic point of when we were like, oh, anime girls, no, never confuse anything with the Midwest, otherwise you're just going to have an unfortunate time. And depending on what country's Midwest you're talking about, a very varied time. Because as far as I'm aware, the American Midwest is like just nothing, so empty. I remember the circulating like interview quote from Araki, the guy who makes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, when he went to research the American Midwest. He was like, holy shit, this is hell. This is too huge. Whilst the British Midwest is just very... just there. I'm sorry, I'm not a Midwestern person. I don't actually know a lot about how the Midwest is other than like very vague memories. I'm very much a Londoner / Southerner. If the accent didn't give that away. You probably wouldn't. Actually, no. Most technically, most mandatory. That's how I pronounce mandatory. Actually, no, I kind of flip around a bit. I think I have said mandatory and mandatory a few times as well. I think it depends if sorry, I think I'll peek the mic. It depends if I'm doing like mandatory or mandatory. It really depends on how formal I'm being, who I'm talking to, or how tired or casual I am. So, Hair is falling in the face. Mandatory? That... well, I've never heard anyone... I'm probably not that far south, I'm like southeastern. So I'm not down far into the southwest of the country. Yeah, nah, yeah, that'll... Don't worry, I'm also terrible at placing people from accents, mostly because... No, don't mandatory. But the Tories away. Let's not get political. As much as I'd want to, I don't want to get into a political rant. That will be a sidetrack and possibly breaking my own chat rules. But yeah, I've never been like... I've always been in kind of like culture soup areas where almost everyone has a completely different accent. The great mandatory wars. Out of heat. VTubing changes you, man. I never drunk, and I wasn't as much as it breaks the stereotype that most people have of British. That most people are British people. I was never big of a I think it's best not to get into American pronunciations. According to Twitch statistics, my main watching count is Americans. I don't want to start culture wars. But yeah, I've completely lost track of what I was doing. So let's just get back to the game for a bit. Stuff. X. Oh, there's a stupid actor. It's the cronies. Hit me. I haven't revealed my OG yet. Whilst I don't have memberships to any YouTubers, VTubers, because I'm poor as all hell. I'm not awfully well off. I just don't have the I have enough money to spend on myself like this, but when it's I'm always worried that if I start spending money on subscriptions, I'm going to end up spending way too much. I already spend a decent amount of my monthly cash on artist Patreons. So, oh, I missed to say the line. I was going to get the thing, and I was going to say, "Mi comet gatai," and I missed it. Wait, I've got a thing for this. I missed my chance. Missed my chance to say the thing properly. Get better at those eventually. But yeah, so yeah, I mostly just watched Kaguya Luna in the early VTubing days. And that kind of really stopped once Kaguya Luna stopped, which was, as I was always wondered that until I found out it's because Sony is just being terrible and corporate. There's a lot of that in the early days. There's a lot of the corporations all the people owning it being generally a bit shitty. Because, hey, brand new wild industry, we don't have any kind of care or expectation to actually benefit our talents in the way they deserve. And then I kind of, I think a lot of people, once the initial buzz died down, just kind of didn't keep up with the scene, and then I kind of stayed vaguely What does a German Monster Hunter name sound like? I don't want to try doing a German accent. Yeah, I was considering it for just a second, but yeah, I'll be interested. Ah, shit. That wave always gets me. For some reason, I always forget that they just keep going once they hit the middle, even after they've hit the middle, so I always get hit by the end. And, but yeah, I kind of dropped off it, and eventually I started, my first exposure to HoloLive was from Flare because I was a big fan of, I was a big fan of Lack's artwork, and then when I see him retweeting pictures of this cute elf girl, and then there's like, oh, this is this VTuber, and there's like, okay, so this is a thing, this is how these things are now. I still didn't really watch for a while. I think like a lot of people, I didn't really get properly into watching. Do not want that. I do not have any self-healing to survive that. But yeah, I didn't really start watching into streams proper until the pandemic hit and everything was locked down and didn't have anything to do. And probably semi-AFK here at this point. And yeah, but then yeah, I did start watching things. So yeah, my first favorite was Fleur, because as I said, she's very nice, very cute, very energetic, and I'm a big fan of Noah Fleur as a ship. I think they have a very good Ratalos. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can get ahead. I'm still going to try and pronounce it, but I can see how I can kind of hear the pronunciation in my head. Glow stick right inside or something. But yeah, so I started watching. So yeah, when the pandemic hit, I started watching Flare, and then through Flare, I started watching a bit of Null. I don't really watch too much Null. ASMR isn't mainly my thing, so I only really. Whilst I do love her and I love her design, I mostly just watch her when she's doing collabs with Flare. Or other people. I don't usually watch her photo streams. And then, yeah, just kind of spiraled out into the rest of them. So obviously I enjoyed Coco quite a lot when she was still part of HoloLive. And so I'd still enjoy Kason a lot now. I haven't really had a chance to watch many Kason streams recently. Yeah, and then HoloLive English started, and that's just when things really went nuts. Oh yeah, I see a lot of people. I know quite a few people who are fans of Zentra. I know a lot of people were kind of like iffy. Yeah, Kason's been doing really well. But yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of like iffy about her doing that big rebrand, re-debut thing, but I don't care because I'm a massive fan of the artist that did the design for it. I'm terrible with names, but I'm sure you can find it from her page somewhere. But like, I love their series of like cyberpunk anime characters with the brightly coloured like bodysuit look. It's just mwah, absolutely love it. Like I was like if in the distant future, if I do stick with this long enough and get enough money for it, I would consider getting them for like an eventual model or outfit. I would really like a model in that style, but that will be very expensive, so I dare not dream at this point. I'll go there in the last minute. I've never actually used my super this round, but I guess I've got that in the back pocket in case of one. Behold, the death of frame rate, because I like to keep numbers on. yeah, I'm just gonna punch through. I might as well since I've got Dragon Breath. But, yeah. Yeah, Zentraya seems to be doing... Yeah. Like, I see some cynical people being like, oh, they were doing it, she was doing it to, just because it was the popular thing at the time, but I really don't think you commit that much. Like, because it's a big redesign, it was a massive change for her character and a massive, like, shift in style and incredibly expensive. So I don't think any VTuber that's done the, like, who's in the recent years done the, because there's been quite a few of them that kind of did it in a short span of time, but oh, we're at small ammo already. Nah. That'll escape. But, yeah, I don't think any of them do it because of the cynical reasons. I think there was a bunch of it happening about the same time, just because I need to leave the stage so I can relax and talk a bit more. But yeah, I just think the, yeah, it's to upscale the models because a lot of the other people who started early pandemic or before pandemic, and they were using old models or pure 3D models, which have advantages and disadvantages compared to the live 2D models like this one. Yeah, and but yeah, I think it was just a combination of factors that just led to there kind of being a lot of people. Yeah, like I said, I didn't really know Zentraya much. I'd seen people share clips of her, but I never really knew her, what she liked and stuff. I was like, oh, that's a cool dragon lady who uses text-to-speech and plays Apex. That's pretty much all I knew about her from what other people had shown. And, but yeah, I think it was just around that time because there's quite a few, because there was Zentraya, there was Snuffy did a re-debut, GirlDM, and a lot of others, and I think it was just it was just how that kind of generation panned out. It got to the point it was like, that generation, those groups of people are now, they're getting the money from, they've earned the money to like get these fancy live 2D models. Did she know? I don't really know Vienna that much, I'm afraid. But yes, there was a lot of, I know Iron Mouse has done kind of like a soft re-debut thing. Like Iron Mouse has gone through quite a few models. I know some people don't like that, but it's what's important. What's important is that you want to find something that you as the streamer like. Because you're gonna be, it's the face you're putting out in front of people, and like if you have the money for it and you have the resources, it's good to like make sure you get exactly what you want, because like I don't have the budget for it. I have to compromise. Like, this is still a lovely model, but as I said, it doesn't have glasses. It's a bit too on the I don't mind if you leave me for the Canadian moose. It's nice to have you here, but yeah, don't feel obligated to stay. If you'd rather. I'm not going to kill that. But yeah, lost my train of thought now, sorry. Yeah, I think it's just that kind of like timing of like people who are that kind of have that kind of following about that size of Zentraya, of GirlDM, of Iron Mouse or whatever. Ah, multi-stream drifting. I could never get that to work, even when there was like I can get it to work, but it's just my brain can't focus on it. I just get confused. But yeah, so let's pick Holo-Ian Oshi, which is Oro Crony. Everyone's favorite narcissistic, depressed clock. Like, one thing I end up being... Like, I am just... I don't know what kind of... There's probably some... Super check time from level 1, that's always good to get. But I always, like... I always lean towards the VTubers of artists I really like. So I was really excited for Crony because of Wada Arco. I'm a huge fan of Fate Extra. And so when I saw that there was going to be an English Hololive VTuber with Wada Arco art, I was like, god damn. And the design her design is just so Wada. It's absolute. Yeah. And then I make it sound like I'm leading up to like R, and then I was like kind of disappointed. But no, I really do like Crony. I think she's got a good kind of, weird to say, energy compared to a lot of other streamers. She's kind of got that. Because you've got that kind of like quieter, low tempo, but still quite. I can still get quite flustered and funny at times, and it's just generally, although you wouldn't seem it, can generally do pretty good comedic timing. And but yeah, so I was very glad that I ended up enjoying Crony a lot, and she's my favorite Holo-Ian member. I really like that that Jesus done. I really like the It Takes Two streams she's doing with Kyla, because I think they have a really good they work well with each other as just two people with very similar tone. Like, they seem similar on the surface because they've got that kind of like monotone thing going on ish, and they're both very like focused people, but they are still quite different in a lot of ways and play off each other quite well. Because Kyla is just very good. Is a bit more better at being like I suppose troll is the best word for it, and a bit of a tease, and it just works really well with Crony's just kind of like more dry, more straight man approach. And of course, Kyla is also drawn by another artist I deeply respect, which is Suzupin. Which just absolutely love those. Has anyone watched Yozakura Quartet? Or played the Digimon Cyber Sleuth? Or Devil Survivors? Yeah, I love Yozakura Quartet. I watched it and I read it is the show with that old head cutting scene, and there's a classic head pat gif. Classic. Yeah, so yeah, I really like Suzupin as an artist, and I don't watch Kyla so much because she's a absolute mad woman who streams literally every hour of every day, and streams, and a lot of that stream is Minecraft or League, which I didn't. Yes, I literally have a mild disability that means I can't remember names, so I can't remember the character's name. But yes, it was the girl who could speak objects into existence. And the funny connection is she was, I was also because she was unambiguously in a relationship with, like, the character was in a relationship with the girl with, I'm pretty sure it was the girl with the ears and the head patting scene, the girl with the, like, lime, mint-coloured hair. I'm pretty sure it was those two that are together. And as a big Yuri fan, I like that. Love it. Love seeing women loving women. Yeah, no, I guess I will forget the names of anyone, of anything. I will forget the names of people I've literally met half an hour ago. I will forget any name that hasn't, like, been drilled into my head through sheer repetition. I will not remember, ever. Like, I could probably... I haven't quite... I haven't, like, had a proper diagnosis, but hearing other people... Yeah. You know, it's a fairly... is a somewhat, I am about to get... no, I'm not perfect anymore. But yeah, I love Yozakura Quartet. And, you want to watch the show, make sure you watch the right version of the show, because there's a right version and a wrong version, and the wrong version is really bad. I have no idea what I'm doing with this build, but this is mostly a chatting stream at this point. I guess that is what happens with Vampire Survivor and Vampire Survivor likes. But yeah, so yeah, that kind of leans into my thing I gravitate towards. That must have been a bit awkward, but actors do weirder things. It's all up. No, this is not going well. I need something with a bit more coverage, please, game. I need to level up Perfection so that it gives me HP regen, please. I forgot. I should probably press this button. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I do end up, I think, yeah, just favouring VTubers who are who are made by artists I like. So you look at all my favourites, it's Claire, because Claire and I like Crony, and I really like Wada Arco. I suppose that my ID favourite kind of breaks it in, because my favourite Holo ID member is Rene, and I'd never really been into Pochi's art that much. It was never particularly, like, One Shota isn't particularly my thing. To put it simply, I do absolutely love Rene, and I love her design, and I love Pochi's art in general. It's just usually the stuff she draws isn't my kind of thing. And then I do watch some of the non-Hololive, maybe because I watch some Niji Sanji as well. It's like I liked Selen and Alira, both of them, a fair bit, and on JP I really liked Lane Patterson, which is another lack VTuber. You may notice a trend. That reminds me of a kind of a whole semi-wholesome, like a fairly wholesome story I'd heard about, I think it's Metal Gear Solid 5, where, like, Kojima got, like, reunited a father and son by having them both voice act in the game. It was very emotional and lovely. And so I can't remember the details. I think it might have been, like... I don't want to say too much because it might actually... Because, I don't know, some people might want to play... No, not Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 4. I think the characters involved is kind of a spoiler, and I know it's an old game, but... Yeah, I've never been one for ASMR. Like, I don't know, it just... Like, just not like casually. Yeah. But obviously, it is a thing people like. Who knows? Maybe I'll give it a try. I'm not going to give ASMR a try. Because microphones are expensive, first of all. But, yeah. It is very, I don't know if I was streaming for an hour and 5 hours. Okay. Yeah, like, I hear a lot of reasons why some people like ASMR. So some people don't get the tingle, some people just think it sounds nice, and some people get it for reasons that I don't want to discuss on this channel, at least not that I'm not comfortable enough with it. I gotta say, nothing's bad, I'm just still a bit shy. But, I might as well open this box. And get some water. But yeah, I've never been... water bottle. Yeah, I really don't like the kind of, like, sounds ASMR. Like, I can enjoy, like, just talking stuff, just like, oh, that's a nice soft voice. That makes me feel nice, but when it's, like, actual sounds or putting things close to the microphone, even the kind of, like, sexier ones, I'm not a big fan of it. But a lot of people are a big fan of it. No problem with that. I'm just doing a bit of a stretch. Really need to... Yeah, hopefully next stream I'll be able to not look so... But yeah. It's all very, it's not my thing, but as I know a lot of people who very much like ASMR and big fans of it, they're big fans of Noel and Marion's and Fauna's streams. Okay, this time I don't have instant death for Fukuzilla, so she can annoy me for a bit longer. But yeah, so I just tend to watch whatever, like, streams like this one that I am doing right now, just kind of like gaming streams, chatting streams. And of course the live concerts, which are lovely. And there's a lot. I think the last one I did like watch probably was, I think it was Flares. I think Flares was after Marine's last one, right? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I think it was. Flare had one after Marine's birthday one. I might be wrong, but I can't check. I'm busy streaming. But yeah, I like watching drawing streams. I really like, so I watch a fair bit of. Usually watch Ina. These days, one of the things I found when you start being a VTuber yourself is you do watch this is very much not the right item for this character, but it's still good. Still good. I can still AFK. I can still go Zatsu mode a bit, but yeah, is like you end up is one things as a small fledgling VTuber is you start watching big streams less, and you want to watch other small fledgling VTubers because you want them partially for self reasons and partially because it's good to go places. But yeah, it is a smart idea to just hang around and be like vaguely visible in other VTubers chats. And I guess time to take time level. That is naughty. But yeah, it is all quite like, I'll just watch a lot of other small VTubers and slightly less small VTubers, but still pretty small VTubers. Let's see if I can get meat on it and not miss the line. But yeah, it's perfect. Like, yeah, because I want to watching small VTubers, I get to know other small VTubers, and then they get to know me, and then I like, if I say hi in their chat, they see that I am there and I have VT in my name, and they're like, oh, is that person a VTuber? Maybe I will click on them and look at them, and they will see my streams, and this time, after this stream, I'll actually have a VOD for people to watch, because I just forgot to turn the setting on. It was very stupid of me. So that first stream, the first Shadowverse stream, is just lost to time. Never to be seen again. Rest in peace, PNG Kuro. Well, I mean, in Congo's stream, that was kind of like he let me literally chill myself right there, because he was the one that he is. I really wish I had. I need to check how you do a shout out Streamlabs command, but when I get next to an item, I'll. But yes, Congo gave me just really great advice, and I was literally following his advice that he had given to me for starting out, for getting to be known. And it was like, so you were there, you were at the stream, so he mentioned it. But yeah, Congo is an absolutely wonderful man, and I would strongly recommend anyone who watches streams. Like, even if you're not planning on being a VTuber, he's just does great conversation and good advice. Like, I always feel like I've only been able to catch a couple of his streams live, but whenever I have, I've always felt like I am a better it might sound a bit trite. It's just one of those things like, I just feel better watching these streams because he's just I don't know what it is that I don't know what he's done in life. He might just be someone with a lot of worldly experience. But he is just an absolutely wonderful man. And yeah, like even if I forget to link him before the end of the stream, you can find him on my recommendeds channel. Yeah, if you're looking to start up as a VTuber specifically, definitely hit up Congo. It's like he was absolutely wonderful. He does it completely free, and he even gave me this nice little basic overlay, get me started, and just lots of tips and help and all the good stuff. I guess I'll take that. No, definitely not Canpol character or the Azure Lane character, because of course that's a boat. No, Congo is an immortal ninja and a small VTuber who streams on a similar schedule to I am. He does different days than me, but like he does like 3 streams a week. Yeah, he can be like, honestly, I'd ask Congo for advice on pretty much anything if I needed to. It's like I've yet to find something. Like I've yet to find something that he's like, no, I don't have any advice in this regard. He always seems to have something useful to say on pretty much everything. But yeah, if you look up Congo VT, and it is spelt the same as the boat. Ooh, I could do many things, but I'm not gonna miss it this time. And that's the wrong eyes there. Me comet! Yatai! Yeah, there's probably a few things that he won't help with, but like he does have limits, but he can give lots and lots of advice on a very broad range of subjects. And yeah, definitely if you want to try VTubing, he is offering his consultations, which is just a short hour or 2 hours of a chat, and he'll help you set up OBS, help you figure out what you want to do with your channel, and give you advice for helping you grow, which has obviously paid off a great deal. I think it's paid off a great deal for me. Like I don't want to be too brag, but so far as I can tell, I've had a fairly successful start, and I'll put it down a lot. It was so much to the advice he gave me. That's good. If it's raining, it means it's going to not be as so bloody warm. Nah, That is a bit of man, that is a bit of an inconvenience. But unfortunately, the weather does not care for your wants or needs, or your desire to not get rained on whilst taking the bins out. Can probably be AFK mode at this point anyway. But yeah, definitely. That's the... I don't know how to do proper links in Stream yet. I'll have to then to shout out do a shout out command at some point. I realise I've still got Sparkle-Eyes on. I've still got enough Kira. What do I have? I don't really have that many combo options at this point. But yeah, that's his channel name. And definitely a big recommend to check out. He did like... We're getting close to the end now, I think. I think I might have Zill's post censored because I might have links turned off. Someone's... Veteran trombonist. I wish I knew how to play the trombone. I don't know if Congo can play the trombone either, but I don't think... I think the majority... I think if you asked many of us with VT in our names to play the trombone, would probably be quite bad. Just go time bubble. Just make things easy for me. But yeah, he's absolutely another wonderful little gem. And I was shown his direction by the wonderful Penamimi, who is an artist I've followed for a long time, and then joined her Discord a few months ago and have been hanging out there and watched some of her streams. So my throat's getting a bit dry, I might take a short break in a minute. Actually, might as well keep going. Oh, that was scary. I wasn't paying attention. Yes, I did. I saw that. Saw that a while ago. Oh. That's good. Yep, small am I forever beaten up for art stage complete wins. God, I'm just imagining what terrifying things KU is going to subject us to in the next update. Small ammo with raid mechanics. That'll be the thing. That'll be the that sounds oh yeah, that's like kind of like the loot loot goblin they're putting in. You beat them up for coins. But yeah, I'll probably once that update hits, I'll probably do a stream on that, and probably have keep some of that as a fresh one. Depends how much is in there. Yeah, because I'd like to do, I'll be doing a kind of fresh, because so far I've played things I'm very familiar with, just to kind of get used to it. So next week I'll probably schedule some games that got. Why do I keep looking so sad? I'll probably schedule some games that maybe I haven't played before, some stuff in my backlog. Or probably, because I'm one of those, though Doom is still kind of, I played Doom a lot of time back in the day, but that was just the old shareware Knee Deep in the Dead. I don't think I ever actually played the the levels beyond that, because it was for a lot of people. It was just people just played the first section of Doom. But yeah, so I'll probably try and save at least some of the content in that update for going through first time on a stream. But yeah, there's a Doom mod for pretty much everything. Kind of incredible just how the persistent legacy of Doom is. Sorry if I take a few more breaks in talking. After my first stream, I spent all of Monday with a really sore throat. It turns out, if you haven't been speaking to yeah, I think I've heard of that. Doom mod. I'm trying not to avoid to confuse it with a different build engine mod game that's coming out that isn't a Doom mod, but I think it's a Duke Nukem 3D mod. But yeah, the modding scene for Doom is just the fact that it's continued all this time, and there's still people making new mods for a game that is almost as old as I am at this point. Not quite 30 yet, Doom. It'll be 30 next year. And so yeah, I'll be giving that playing through that on Thursday. Yeah. But that was the kind of thing you had those days, is because games were kind of just fairly simple. The engines were really flexible, and you could change a lot. What's SRB2 cart? Oh, is... Huh. So it's a mod of a mod. That's crazy. But yeah, there's the stuff that made the stuff that made Doom and Duke Nukem 3D is just so flexible because it was that simple. There wasn't this push for like really big fancy graphics and stuff, so you could quite happily adjust. You could quite happily change things, and it was easy to like make a lot of stuff that would be really hard to make in any kind of like main 3D engine these days. But the fact, so it's just one of those things that's kept going and kept going and going and going. And I dare not look into the depths of the Doom modding scene because it's just, that seems too much. But yeah, what I was... Younger than Doom. That's why there's a lot of people. I think most VTubers I watch are younger than Doom. So I'm only slightly older than that game. Only slightly. Couple of years. A few years, that's what I'll give as a rough estimate for my age. Because I'm a few years older than Doom. But yeah, I don't know if I'll keep up with like retro games and stuff. I don't know if there's a particular brand I'm going for if I just want to play things. I just picked Doom because, as I said, it's something I keep meaning to play. We're not old, Brocom. We're in our prime. 30 is the new 20, baby. Ah, that was the number. Let's play. Don't know how much time I have. Let's do one more stage mode. I think I will end the stream. We'll go for a slightly shorter stream than last time, mostly because I'm starting to feel my throat hurts a bit, and I don't want to. As much as I would love to keep talking to everyone and enjoying, I don't want to, like... I gotta pace myself, I gotta make sure I'm not damaging myself, I gotta build up to when I can stream for longer. So yeah, for the sake of the long term, I'll say this is the last run. And I'm playing Bay because Bay is incredibly fun with the right item setup. I love using ult when you've got just a bunch of things that fire off and you just fill the screen with bullshit in true Vampire Survivors fashion. I haven't actually played the original Vampire Survivors, I've only played HoloCure. So, might give Vampire Survivors a try one of these days. Of course, there's a lot more depth to it. I guess I did have an idea of what at some point randomly in the stream trying to sing Suspect, which is the backing music to this. But unfortunately that song is actually a bit fast. I found out when I actually listened to check the lyrics, and I have very little practice singing at all, and even less practice singing in Japanese, so... But that is a thing I want to do. You've looked at my goals. One day, I do want to sing, but I'm working up to it. I need to... I do want to do it, I do want to try, but I've got to make sure I'm comfortable with stuff. And like... But yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be streaming in the future. I've got a few ideas, I've got a few things that I'm probably going to be figuring stuff out for a few weeks. Because it probably will just be, I'll take that. I will take that. I will not take the plushie. I mean, I know there's builds that you have AFK builds where the plushie is really good, but I don't like that item. I really don't. I just feel like if I'm not doing the specific Immortal Ina build, no, nice. Get glow stick because I'm gonna get fan. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just another thing I thought about doing then this year when I just decided to stop giving a crap about all the things I worried about, things of like, oh, I'm never gonna be good enough. But it doesn't matter if I'm good enough. What matters is I have time, but it's still something I need to like work on and be ready to do. So I've just been looking up some voice training exercises because I need to make sure I can talk in these streams for long enough. There's a lot of sins people get up to in cars, and you don't want to ask that question. Not a question you ever want to know the answer to. And probably actually some people do want to know the answer to that question. Yeah. But yeah, I have absolutely no idea what I want to sing either. Like, I like a lot of music. Like, I have like a very. Why does it keep trying to give me plushies? The one items I never want to have. I don't want to have. Sorry, I don't want the Yagu plushie. Because the downside is too dangerous to me anyway. I don't like it, it feels bad. But yeah, like I listen to basically everything from classic rock to VTuber idol stuff, so it's like, what's my music taste? Music. Like, I will happily listen to I'm Your Treasure Box, and then immediately listen to Bohemian Rhapsody. I've never been much of a big metal fan, though. Probably start getting the double crits now. This is become ungovernable. More. March of the Tacos. Ah, crap. Yeah. Also, music taste is generally defined by what's available, because I don't bother with Spotify, and I'm too lazy to buy, like actually go out and buy a lot of music, so usually. It's just stuff on YouTube or stuff, a lot of video game soundtracks as well. Because I just play video games and then I hear the music and I'm like, that music's good. And I find that music on YouTube and then I listen to that music on repeat. But most of the time these days it's been YouTuber stuff. Which is fine, because there's pretty good, damn good variety of it. You like using basil? See, this is like great with basil and the fan beam. It's just mad laziness. None of. I guess I'll go with the plug phone because this is one thing. Yeah, I don't really listen. The only time I'm ever listening to the radio is if I'm in like my parents' car or down at the shop that plays. That has radio playing. I never deliberately go out of my way to listen to the radio. Purple crits. I always like that mechanic in games when you get like extra levels of crits and they have cooler numbers. It's just very satisfying game mechanic. And oof. That can be does sound trying again. Sorry, I hope I didn't pick that up. I was about to say. Get some water. Get a drink and a drink in there. But yeah. Yes, I don't think I really got to ever had the massive hatred of annoying radio music just because I've been lucky enough to avoid getting exposed to it. It's just that. But I can absolutely understand if you have been made to work in somewhere that's always got one of those really, really cheesy radio stations and they're always playing the same goddamn bloody song that all the other radio stations are also playing. That's a thing I understand that people go through. You don't have to go through that if you don't leave the house very often. Yeah, that is a kind of thing. I would love to give that a try and go to like a karaoke place, but you don't really get it. You don't really get it outside of Japan. I could probably, where I live in the UK, there's probably a fair few places, but Like, I don't have anyone to go with IRL, that's why I'm VTubing, that's why I'm trying to make online friends that I can talk to. All my IRL friends don't live near me anymore. Apart from like 1 or 2, and they're always busy because they have like jobs and shit. But yeah, I would love to be able to do that. Is it until recently I probably would have that is definitely an experience there to Zen. Yeah, I'll take it. Yep. Is the life of Fubu's that are against Faye. It's just you just absolutely obliterate bosses with the skill. So you just throw a shitload of dice at them, and then they're gone. Under an avalanche of purple numbers. I do feel like if I don't get this... Ooh, that was the sound of a anvil. Yes please, yes please. Exactly. Stream play dice and then you're less... I don't know, would streaming play dice make you more or less vulnerable to being murdered by an absolute horde of dice? We may never know. Let's get that backy, because I'm feeling squishy. And it's the rats time. The rats are here. The rats are everywhere. It's rat eat rat all. Yeah, I mean, especially if it's like an untruncated D4, those things are sharp. Or one of those really huge, one of those dice that are like made of solid metal and dent the table. I knew someone who had solid metal dice. They weren't allowed to use them because the university, because the role-playing society at the university said these tables belong to the university, and if you roll those dice, you will dent them like a motherfucker. And then we will be responsible for broken tables, so no. Put those dice away. I think one of them was like a really chunky D20. It was like a D20 about the size of a golf ball in solid metal. So like that's just a weapon at that point, I think. But, ooh, there's that gold anvil. Time to considerably reduce our ability to see anything happening on the screen. Especially when I press this button. Love that. That's why I like playing Bay in this game. I also like the ultimate power of chaos when you just fill the screen with lasers. It's great. I love it. Yeah, I want to get that because I want to get. I probably won't get it in this run. Because I think it's a bit late unless I do get a lot of XP. Or we're just very lucky with anvil drops. But yeah, I want to get Ethernet with Bay. I mean, I could get Mikonet, I could get Fujoshi, the power of Fujoshi. But that is not as good synergy. And I get to say Mikonet Gatai again, so I'll always go for it. And here we enter queue time. Which is... Pasty was somehow not aware, of course. The Q music video was also done by KU, because KU is just some kind of magical wizard, I guess, who is really good at sprite work and animation, well, at sprite work and animation, and drawing certain round pillowy objects. I'm sure anyone who's been on KU's Twitter account for more than 5 minutes is probably aware. Good stuff. Lost my train of thought again, sorry. Yeah, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. The conversation topic. No, my brain is blanking a fair bit. Before I started talking about KU. KU also... Oh, yeah, I remember, because of course, about Demon Dice working on River City Girls, and of course KU also did River City. KU's just done so much. The man just... he keeps doing things. I get concerned, but he seems okay. Seems to be doing pretty well off. Even if I may be concerned, I can't really say, can't really be like, oh, maybe he shouldn't be doing it. I don't know his limits. I don't know how like much if he's grinding himself to the bone or not. That's just a poor assumption on my part. As a let's take the idol costume. Yeah. Like, I think it's always... when you've been following artists as long as I have, it's very easy to see. Oh, the big sapling. Big sapling, I think, is dead. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. There's just a whole load of... No, the sapling's still alive. No, it's not. It's okay. It's angry because they'd only seen a fauna stream like 5 seconds ago. And they lost object permanence. Like it. Yeah. It's always hard, like, I don't want to... As someone who very much does not know the attitudes of workaholism, I don't never want to be condescending, but there's always going to be that kind of niggling bit at the back of your head as like, is this person okay? Are they okay? I just want people to be okay. I don't want to, like, pester them. I don't want to, like, be one of those people... You also don't want to be one of those people who's just, like, constantly saying, oh, I think I know your limits better than you do. No, I don't want that yet, because that will... I want to get another lava bucket level first, before I pick that up. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Congo would know. Congo knows everything. But yeah, no, like, I've got to say the Miko Metgatai! Wait, no, I've got one. That's evil. My last chance. I mean, I did get to say it once, so I'll at least have that as I enter the ultimate mode. But yeah. But it is hard because, of course, there are generally a lot of streamers who don't, especially streamers and other VTubers, people like me, people exactly like me, who don't know their limits and they get all hung up and caught in things, but I think that's not the job of random chatters. My opinion is it's very much not the job of random chatters to kind of like enforce people being healthy. That should be people, your friends, and closer to people who know you. No, the moment's past, Mort. It has to be the right moment. You can't just throw out a Gatai whenever you want to. It has to be a moment of Gatai. It has to be a fusion. Some thoughts. And I don't really. There's no other like real ship name collabs. That was the wrong one. Yeah, that. Where did? Oh, there she go. Yeah, that tends to happen. The evil brothers. Oh god, that hit me. That. Yeah. She was like, she saw the deluge of lasers and just was like, nope, nope, nope. You win this time, bae. Your mother does not get ground pounded today. But yeah, I think I'm getting a bit tired and my throat's getting a bit sore, so I think I'll move on to just like 10 or 15 minutes of chillax thing. That's a word people still say, right? People still say chillaxing. Please tell me people still say chillaxing. I know they don't. How much money do I actually have at this point? Money. I could max out some of these upgrades, but maybe I'll have to do a hardcore challenge mode at least at some point. But anyway, whilst I'm here, let's get none of us were hit. You can't. There's. You're watching some. I think. No, I'm not gonna be self-defeating. I am hit. I am cool. I can be cool as a 30-plus-year-old British man being a bunny boy on the internet. No one can stop me from saying that's cool. But yeah, I think let's move to the chatting room. Da da da. Go back to VTube. Da 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 da. So yeah, there's a bit of a slightly shorter stream this time, just because I don't want to. I can feel my throat going a bit meh, and I don't want to overexert myself. Is that okay? Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for enjoying my stream and saying it's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna spend some more time fiddling with VTS tomorrow. Probably a lot. I think I'll probably be fiddling with VTS for the entirety of VTube being live. I think that's just a thing you end up doing a lot, just tweaking things to make them a lot better. And yes, glad to see people came to watch. That was good chatting. I'm very pleased. Staying cool by not damaging my throat so that I can speak for longer in other streams. But I'm still going to probably keep streams about the 2 to 3 hour length, unless, at least for a long while. And let's see. I'm just thinking about who. Let's say I'll still keep chatting for a bit because I want to but yeah, so I'll have keep losing my train of thought today. So yeah, this stream will be archived, unlike the last one, because I actually remember to check the box in Twitch this time, and yeah, hopefully I'll have the VTube studio wrangled a bit better, so I won't be looking sad and depressed the entire stream. I can't do this. Fuck you. Can't wink yet though. I was trying to fiddle with settings to see if I could do a wink, but I can make it so it can wink, but it makes it so it's harder to keep my eyes open as well. So I'll have to probably just look. I've been mostly figuring things out by myself, so I should probably try and look up some hints and tricks online. See what people say. More experienced VTubers. But yeah, so with I have to look. Yep, there's no easy way to say who should I Hmm. Got a few choices on who to raid. Like, I think at this small level, I can be I can be excused for raiding up. It's like it's hard for me not to raid up. I don't really have money. Don't really have any options on that side. So I think I will introduce you, or some of you might know them already, to a lovely VTuber by the name of Nina Sautome, who is a lovely. I think I've completely. I think she's Norwegian, might be Danish. Ish. I'm terrible at remembering people's nationalities, and I can never place accents. So, but she's an absolutely lovely person. She's a lovely person who I've been watching a bit, and she's an absolutely amazing singer. Okay, good to know. It's like as that I'll have the VOD of this one to record too, and it's kind of like hard for me to notice these things when I'm actually in the middle of streaming. So I will have a look at the settings. But thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, I think we'll end it today by raiding Nina, who is playing Metal Gear Solid 2. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming to the stream, and thank you all for saying hi and sticking with it. And yes, I hope to I hope to I hope to keep up this, and I'll see people. I'll be streaming again on Thursday with some Doom from the old Doom, with old Doom. Maybe we'll eventually work our way up to the new Doom, and maybe Doom Eternal. I've never played Doom Eternal, so let's see if this works. Okay, yep, raid is ready to go. So let's go say hi to Nina, and when you can, I would highly recommend checking out some of her music. Anyway, raid now.